Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's time again for window shopping. Now, here's your host, Tony Quiroga.
Thank you for that lovely introduction. My name's Tony Quiroga, and you're watching.
I'll do it live.
Spinning all the hits. Here's Tony Quiroga with window shopping.
Welcome to Window Shopping with Car and Driver. This is the weekly show, sometimes every other week show, where we.
As I presume the only person here who knows Mel Brooks, that would be me. The third time today. Let's talk about window shopping. And now here is your host, Tony Quiroga.
Welcome to Window Shopping with Car and Driver. This is the occasional show that appears on YouTube where Car and Driver staff, friends, editors, and contributors gather to shop for cars online based on a challenge. This week's challenge comes from one of our viewers who wanted us to look for cars that we would take to a high school reunion. And we set the budget at $100,000, and we went in search of cars for sale that we would want to take to a high school reunion. And I think we're going to get into Pearly's high school experience too. I think we're joined this week by senior editor at All-Trac, Mr. John Pearly Huffman, our video content director, Mr. Carlos Lago, contributor Jonathon Ramsey is back in the States, and Mr. Casey Colwell, who is our deputy testing director. Pearly, you want to kick it off?
I do. First of all, high school sucked. There's nothing good about high school. I would never go to a reunion. I don't care about any of those people. I went to two different high schools. I never liked either of them.
Pearly. Why did high school suck? Why?
Oh, that's
because of everybody else.
What was her name?
This is a 30-minute show. This is a 30-minute show, Jonathan.
The summary. What was her name and what grade?
High school to me was nothing but misery. I hated it with a passion that will not end. I ended up going to two high schools. I went to a private high school for a year. I hated it. I went to a public high school for 2 years. I hated it. The people hated me. They all hated me. I wanted out of it. High school sucked.
What happened?
Because I was just I was a person who didn't fit in high school at all. I had
you mean you were you now then? Which is fine, because you know I love you, Pearly. I'm just making sure. I just want to understand what's happening.
In fact, yes. I think Jonathan, I think you were right. I was me, and everybody else didn't like me.
Got it.
Having said that, I loved college. College was fantastic. I'd go to college. I'd still be in college now if I could, but I hated high school.
Okay.
That said,
what did you pick?
Well, I would tell you why I picked it. Okay, I graduated. I'm older than everybody else here, so I could have picked out something, it was like appropriate, like some, a Trans Am or something showing up, but that would have been garbage.
Wait, you're older than Jonathan? Jonathan just said that he was drafted in '69.
Yeah, we don't know how old Jonathan is.
Oh, 68. Sorry.
Yeah.
We'll get to that though. I don't want to steal Pearly's time, so please continue.
Okay. So I've decided that I didn't care about showing up at a reunion. If I was going to show up at a reunion, I wouldn't care what showed up to. I'd want a car that I thought was cool, that I didn't think anybody else, that the only people who would have matured enough into it, be thinking it was cool is cool. So this is what I chose because everything sucks about high school. I'm never, ever, ever going to any sort of high school reunion.
Can you please just share screen?
Okay, here it comes. Here it is, a 1989 Corolla SR5 All-Trac wagon.
Okay, wait a minute. 89.
Okay, that's actually kind of cool.
Wait, 89?
89.
You graduated in 89?
Who says it has anything to do with any of the year? It doesn't have anything to do with the years. Does it? I'd say, I'm not driving it to high school.
Pearly understood the assignment.
Yes, I did not. Forgive me.
Jonathan's been fighting jet lag all week.
Yeah. Omicron, paperwork, jet lag.
Jonathan, just thank God they let you back in the country, okay, dude? Because I knew some people were arguing against it. I think this thing is cool. This is a thing that they made from what I understand, it's a 5-speed.
Oh, beautiful. Very original too.
Look, it's all original. It's only
not all original. Those wheels are aftermarket.
Oh, so what? You can change anything. What I'm saying is that it hasn't been screwed up too badly. It's just neat.
Is that the original radio?
Yeah, it's the original radio in it. It's got everything. It's just this thing is, the thing is, I don't care about impressing anybody, but anybody who was impressed by this is like going to be an instant friend.
Hey, Pearly, what else does short throw autos have at it?
I don't know. I don't kind of short throw autos.
Are they all manuals?
I don't know, but look, it's got the All-Trac center diff lock. I mean, come
I'm
on.
sure that works.
Oh,
I
who
think
cares?
Maybe
John's been smart
you
here.
could sell this to Joey for his high school.
It's got Acura wheels. It's got Acura wheels on it.
Pearly's
Joey
gonna
would-
go with Joey to the.
Yeah, Pearly was totally hoping that Joey was going to be on this week. Just he was like, "Oh, I'll get Joey's vote.
Yeah, totally.
At least I won't get skunked."
Well, the thing,
I like the Acura wheels and Matrix brand tires.
Yeah, well.
Oh yeah, they are Acura wheels, aren't they?
They are
Yeah.
Acura wheels. Having said that,
They're at least accurate center caps.
No, I think that's an Integra wheel.
yeah, I do think it's an I think it's actually an RSX wheel. Is actually what I think it is.
I think it's a 3rd gen Integra wheel.
Oh, who the hell cares what you think, Tony? God,
I can see why everyone liked you.
These
in
were
high
cool.
school.
These were cool little wagons. I thought.
these are real. I understand that these were only made and only sold in North America. So that's the only reason. Because the only thing I can find about these
Wait,
things,
you say it's made in North America?
they're only sold in North America.
Oh,
Only
okay.
made only for North America.
Oh, got it.
Murley Matt Martin, whatever his name is, I don't know this person.
His
That
name,
auto-
her name is Merle Martin.
Oh, it's a man. Murley's his pen name, I think. I don't know. Anyway,
Right?
come on.
Who knows? Who cares?
Is Jonathan trying to like maintain something right now?
Is
This
he-
is deep. This is deep cover stuff. we don't want to blow this out.
Yeah, well, anyhow,
Oh, we don't talk about who Merle really is.
who is Murley? I don't know. I don't know who he is. I don't know who she is. I don't care.
Why are we looking at this listing of a
Because I was just showing, because it's the only information I could find on this thing. I couldn't find any other information. But the thing is that it's an idea whose time has come because Toyota is now making the Corolla Cross.
Yeah, I like
Like-
yours better.
And I like the old one better. I like this one. I think this one's cooler. It's only got 100 horsepower. It's only got a 5-speed manual. It's got 250,000 miles on it, but it's only $6,000. So I'd at least be $94,000 to play with.
Yeah, I think that's smart. You get to pocket the difference, right?
Yeah,
No.
that's it.
No.
Because it's a big budget car and drivers paying us to actually do this.
Uh,
But it's
Jim
just-
Lau had one of these, I think.
Did he?
Yeah, I think Jim had one. I think Jim's big All-Trac guy.
Yeah,
That's
I don't.
cool.
It was. I think the All-Trac system was at the time pretty technically like advanced. I mean, I don't even know
Yeah.
if that's the right word, but I mean, like it was kind of it was kind of a high-tech all-wheel drive system in its day.
Wasn't there a
Yeah, but-
Camry variant too in the early 90s?
There
There
was
was
a Camry All-Trac. There was a Camry All-Trac wagon. This
Wasn't
one,
wasn't there an all-wheel drive Tercel as well?
I don't know if there's a. Well, yes, there was. There was a Tercel wagon.
There was
But
a
there
Tercel wagon. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
And also, but I think this is the same basic system was used in a car I really would want, which would be a Celica All-Trac.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah,
that's-
this. I think this car is really, really cool.
Let's look at the brake fluid. It looks dark.
Oh, who the hell? Yeah,
You've got
excuse me.
cheap tires. Those Matrix tires. I don't like that.
Yeah. Please get through all your fetishes while we can. While we can get
Well,
down.
we're shopping for used cars. You got to look at things. The
Well, what
German-
I've liked is
that
you've
brake
chosen
fluid
a
is
car-
that looks like grape juice.
I like that you've chosen a car that isn't going to impress people at your high school reunion. It's going to depress people.
Yeah. And the good thing is look, I'm not going to my high school reunion, so I might as well buy something that I think is kind of cool.
You're going in this car.
But I mean,
Okay.
but
Well, in that
probably
case, I'd
also,
rather if I
you
showed
had
up in this, I'd be happier.
You had
Than-
$100,000
All I know
to
is-
spend.
All
So
I
I
know is
don't-
because Pearly hates his high school reunion so much, we need to find a story and assign him so that he has to go to his high school reunion.
Oh, that's a great idea.
But I mean, but also Pearly once showed up with a $100,000 7-liter Galaxy, and for this, a car to enjoy, he shows up with a $6,000 Corolla.
I think Casey's right. I think he was counting on Joey being here and getting.
No, I was not counting on Joey being here. I was not counting on Joey's being here. What I liked was, I think this is a theory I have, which is that you want to have a car that doesn't impress everybody, but impresses the right people.
That's a
and-
good point.
Yeah,
You're gonna
you-
impress
And
Joey
that over a
Caparella.
7-liter Galaxy, that over a 7 to impress people, the right people.
The right people. I mean, the thing is,
Okay.
okay. If I showed up with this thing, would you think that was kind of cool, Jonathan? Be honest. Would you think it's kind of cool?
Well, Pearly, I think you're cool. So whatever you show up in,
Thank
I'm
you
gonna
very
love.
But Casey, would you think that thing is kind of cool?
Hey, we'll
I
vote at
would
the
probably
end,
just be like,
Pearly.
what's your angle here? Like, what's
Pearly, we're going to determine if we think it's cool at the end. And Joey Caparella.
I think I came up with a great choice.
Okay,
Screw you all.
we're
Don't
done.
ask
You're
it.
done. All right,
This
Jonathan,
is
you're up.
close. By the way, this is as close as it's like. This is what it was like for me in high school.
Okay,
This
I
show
know,
is like.
I
was like
know,
for me in high school.
I know. The viewers are experiencing the high school.
This is your high school reunion right now. All right. Surprise him. Let everybody else.
I want a teacher to be like, we're gonna have quiet time in class
I
for
know.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. I don't want to hear a word out of anybody.
All right, Jonathan, you're up to bat.
All right. So because I
Made a mistake.
what is that?
Has you got the assignment wrong?
No. I did not get the assignment wrong. I was just as I was explaining before we started recording, I graduated. Well, I was supposed to graduate in '68, but I was in Vietnam. So this and my original date is what I would have chosen. But then after I recovered from the Tet Offensive and the various other issues, I
Florida Sultan McAfee SOG or something.
Were you the Rangers or the Airborne?
That's again things we don't discuss, like Merle Martin. There's stuff that's got to stay secret. So I would have chosen this because, like Pearly, I've never been to a reunion. I will never go to a reunion. I don't care about reunions. I just wanted a car from the year of my graduation that I would enjoy. So
Wait, Jonathan, I've picked the Lotus Esprit in the past and you mocked me.
Well, because it was terrible for the challenge. I didn't mock the car.
Okay.
It was terrible for the challenge.
Okay.
So
Don't
this
hate the player, hate the game, Tony.
timing is everything with window shop. So
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
it is.
How much do they want for it? How much is it? 16,000?
No, 45.
It's gonna be just like Pretty Woman. There's gonna be a prostitute in the passenger seat.
Well, I would hope so for 45 grand.
Sex worker.
She can drive it too.
Oh.
And I didn't realize when I was researching this car that they apparently wanted Ferrari and Porsche first, but they both said no because of the prostitute angle. Neither one of them wanted to be associated with soliciting prostitutes, even though that's not why Gere got Julia Roberts in the car. It was because he couldn't drive it.
Right.
But yeah, 2.2 liter, 4-cylinder, turbo, 268 horsepower.
64.
264, yeah.
Porsche and Ferrari were like, no. You're hitting our demographic a little.
We already have those buyers.
Porsche and Ferrari, exactly, did not want to be associated with women of the evening.
This thing is super clean.
Yeah.
It is.
Did they never drive it because it was always broken?
That is entirely possible. Only got 25,000 miles, but it apparently...
Hey, go back to the shot of the spare tire.
Right there.
I think that's an original tire.
Oh yeah, that's got to be. I don't think that's probably ever been out of the car. It has later S4 wheels on it though. It's got the 17s.
Which is why I chose this one, because there was one on eBay for like 99 grand. That
it looks good. It looks really good.
Yeah,
I don't know about what kind of tires are
Mazzani?
Mazzini.
Mazzini.
Those are Mazzini, which I think are
Mazzini.
Pretty sure they're Italian.
I'm pretty sure Tire Rack doesn't have those.
I think they custom make them in Italy.
I thought Mazzini was like it's like a pasta dish, isn't it?
You sure?
No, there's no pasta dish called Mazzini. But maybe this is Pirelli's budget brand.
No,
it's not.
Mazzini.
No, it's not.
I said maybe. So I'm just saying. But
this is cool. This
how
is
much
Peter
do they want
Stevens.
For it? 44,995.
Man,
this is a Peter Stevens design.
And yeah, I mean, it would last another 8 years, I guess, with just a different wing and different wheels.
A longer. The V8. I think the V8 went to
2004, wasn't it? Yeah.
Mazzini Tires is a company that spells tires with a Y, and the name of their tires includes the Snow Leopard, the Eco 606, and the Shark Z02.
Those sound like awesome tires.
I wonder which one you have, Jonathan.
That I might call them and find out later on. And if it's the Eagles, I'll buy this car.
You can replace the Matrix tires on the Corolla.
That's
Upgraded rotors too. It looks like
But
Oh yeah,
I
it's
want
got
the-
Willwood. It's got Willwood.
Willwood calipers.
Yeah. This is pretty cool.
And I would also, so I would use this to drive away from the reunion while playing. I don't know if anybody remembers this album. While playing, I Remember You, track 2 of Skid Row's debut self-titled album. Yeah, that's where I'd be in my Lotus Esprit.
Have you driven an Esprit before, Jonathan?
I have not.
They're pretty good. They're okay. They're a
Are
little
they?
car-ish.
You know,
It's a little bit of when I drove one, it was a little bit of like, you know, what is it? What's the expression?
Meeting your heroes.
Yeah, like never meet your heroes kind of thing.
Yeah. That's what I think it would be like.
you know, the thing is that the Esprit specialized in finishing last in every comparison test it ever entered.
Okay.
It
Well,
did.
also along the lines of
Good
like
follow up.
not meeting the heroes. I mean, that's kind of appropriate for going to a high school reunion and like seeing the popular kids now.
Yeah,
You know,
But if they saw Pearly
and
now,
how we turned
what
out.
do you think they would say? If they were like, that's the guy. I remember you.
I hated high school. God,
All right, no more. We don't want any more post-traumatic stress for Mr. Huffman. Let's move on to Carlos.
so mine
please.
requires a little bit of a preamble. I grew up in middle class white suburbia, and I graduated high school in 2002. So when I was choosing a vehicle, I wanted to choose a modern version of like the hot vehicle at the time. So put your minds back into 2002. Think about Limp Bizkit. Think about
Chevy SSR.
the
Yeah.
hip hop of the
Bizkit.
time.
Evo
You
8.
know, so this was the cool thing to be driving around town in my neighborhood at the time. So I'm thinking, you know what? It would be rad. I do really want, you know, a Humvee. It'd be really fun to have one of these around. But I think the appropriate vehicle, given the price consideration of this week's challenge,
Hold on. The exhaust pipe on that Hummer. Sorry, was that really an exhaust pipe on that?
that stack, yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
that's for fording
Of course.
rivers. That's for fording
Yeah.
rivers.
yeah, because who cares about, you know, who's sitting inside the car? But considering the price cap of this, I think the Hummer EV3X at $99,995. I called that out because I was sensitive to going over last week, and so I wanted to make sure I was
But you
right on
can't
the
buy
dot
Doesn't
that.
this
include
week.
destination.
But you can't buy that.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you're not going to have it in
89,995.
time for your. You're not going to have it in time for your 20-year reunion in the spring, presumably.
Okay, fine. Then we're going with this then. Rolling up.
All right.
This. And there's another reason
Detroit
for
diesel,
that.
6.5 liter Detroit diesel. Probably.
It must be at my high school. There was a dirt mound like across the street, and if you were cool, what you would do is you would park your truck up on this dirt mound and articulate the suspension in a way to show off like how much money you had spent on your big
Wow.
oversized tires. And I would do that in this Humvee. Show up to high school and you can park it up. You know, I'd have my frosted tips on and my, you know, my polo popped collar.
Did you have that? Can you?
I
drop
totally
in a
have
photo?
that. I totally
Do you,
have
have,
that. Yeah.
do you have photos of yourself in that era that we could drop in here?
They may not exist anymore. And I'd be rocking, you know, ideally, I think like this is the most appropriate way to do that. But if it's not available, then, you know, I'm going with the Humvee.
That's
So
cool.
this
You're way
Humvee
under
for $4
budget.
grand. Oh yeah, yeah. I like the spread on this, $4,000 to $100,000, and it's okay.
Casey, that's the 6.5 GM diesel.
It's the
Yeah.
okay.
The one that
The
the one that grew out
non-turbocharged.
of the 6.2 and then
No, it's
later.
not turbocharged. The 6.5 naturally aspirated was the one they used in the pickup trucks for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a V8. It's supposedly, you know, it does nothing. Makes no power. It makes,
Yeah, it makes like 89 horsepower.
But it's
Yeah.
reliable and it's cheap
Yeah.
to keep running, and it doesn't have a
understand.
turbocharger strapped to it. Pearly, do you
I
know
understand
the
most
engine
people
code
swap them
is?
out.
I do not
That's
know
not
the engine code. You probably do. So
Good
Yeah.
show
God.
off. Go ahead. Prove
I
to the
don't
world.
know what it is.
So you're gonna have to put some a little bit of money into that. Before
Yeah, I think this thing on the ground here is probably not.
That's looking like a
a drive.
that's looking like a drive shaft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably supposed to be connected to something.
Oh, there's a puddle
I
of
had-
something
I
next
had
to
to
it.
guess.
Oh, it sure is. I think
And
that's an active
I love
stream.
that this truck is okay.
I think
What
you know,
is a truck that's not okay?
I don't know. You know, I don't. When is the Hummer EV supposed to go on sale? Is it supposed to go on sale around springtime?
Pearly,
Well,
we
the-
looked at the website.
The first edition ones are out, are
Okay,
being
I don't
delivered
know.
now.
Available fall 2022. Well, the first edition is way over budget, so we're looking at fall 2022. Can't do the math to figure out what.
Well, your reunion.
It's my
we knew your
reunion.
is
Yeah,
gonna-
that's
So I
perfect.
suppose, okay.
It's
We'll
beautiful.
let's go with the electric one. We'll give it to you this time.
Yeah, I think he's okay with the electric one. I think the electric one is actually pretty
And
cool.
do you actually like this truck?
I actually genuinely, I mean, H2, whatever, but I am a big fan of the original Humvee, and I actually think this thing is pretty neat. I haven't driven one. I know Casey has. I was reading your story, but I think this thing is pretty cool. And one of my neighbors actually brought one home. They're a GM employee, so I got to like poke around and look at it. But I think I'm excited about this thing.
Have you driven this, Casey?
Did you see the size of the drive shafts in the back, Carlos?
I didn't look that
Drive
close.
shafts are like this big
Oh,
around.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, everything on it is it's like whatever whatever spec you think a drive shaft should be, whatever spec you think a lug should be, add like 40% to it.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
Well, isn't it like 9,000 pounds? Or
Yeah.
it's too heavy for the EPA to test for.
Well,
Look at that
it
squat.
falls outside of basically certification
All right.
boundaries. So yeah, so like it's like heavy duty pickups. You don't have to run. You don't have to make label values for them, and
Right.
it's the same deal. Yeah, I mean, I think the best thing for people, like, don't think about it like, I mean, it's kind of just like a supercar, more like
Yeah.
LM002 than Humvee, right?
Right.
You know, I just wrote about the new EQS AMG EQS. That thing weighs 6,000 pounds, and the electric cars are just ridiculously heavy. I mean, they're not that much fun to drive.
Batteries are heavy.
The batteries are just
Wait, not that much fun to drive?
It's so quick.
they're quick, but the acceleration's overrated. I mean, I think it's what
Is Road and Track watching this? Do they know this is?
Oh, nobody's watching this, Jonathan. You know that.
Their superstar.
But
Okay.
once you get past the acceleration of things like that, I drove about the Tesla Plaid and everything else like that. Once you get past the acceleration, they're not that much fun to drive.
Not like a Corolla All-Trac wagon.
Exactly.
or not
Exactly.
like, or certainly not like something like a Honda Civic Si, which weighs nothing and you can have a blast with. And
But I
Yeah.
mean, most cars don't weigh what a Honda Civic Si weighs. So
I'm upset that I have to say that I totally agree with Pearly. And I actually just wrote that about
Don't be
the Mustang Mach-E, because I want a Mustang Mach-E to, I want a Mustang to drive, not a Mustang to, be a passenger in.
All right,
Yeah.
Casey, you're up.
Anyway,
yeah.
so
I feel like Pearly's opening rant is a cloud over this entire,
Oh, yeah.
entire episode now.
So I guess I don't know if like whoever submitted this idea was like, oh, they're gonna pick like cool press cars that they've driven and stuff. Like I there's nothing that annoys me more than going to a colleague's wedding and seeing them pulling away in a Ferrari that they don't own. I don't know why it bothers me, because I don't know who they're impressing, but that's fine. And I guess taking a car that isn't mine. So this is basically like my car. I basically own this car. I own a 2007. But then I saw this and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty sharp. This isn't what I'm going to buy, what I'm going to show up to my reunion in. But but I just drive my car. Like if I was going to my high school reunion in like 2 weeks, I just take this. But this is what I'd buy.
I looked at that, but
This is if I had $100,000 to take a car to my high school reunion, it's going to be a G-Body 911.
Those are.
but you would not take this to the reunion.
You would leave
Oh,
this
no, I
at
would.
home.
No, I would. I'd take this to the reunion
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, the thing is that
But because you own it.
because I would own this car. Because I'm
Right,
saying I
okay.
would. I think, yeah.
Okay, got it.
I want this car just because I want this car. Yeah, I mean, to a certain extent, if there was no high school reunion coming up, so much the better. I'd still have more time to drive this car without having to try to show it to anybody. They're nice cars.
Yeah, and I'd even fit some Porsche spec Tires
So,
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you have the money for that.
This is I'm,
Oh,
I'm
that's a
gonna
good
I'm
point,
gonna
Jonathan. Thank
I'm gonna
you.
negotiate this way down, and it's gonna be a less. The transaction price is going to be below Carlos's.
I don't know if anyone has ever put the words "I'm going to negotiate this way down" and Porsche 911
Yeah.
together. But if you can do it, please, please do
Historical 911 is well known for negotiating, right?
it.
Yeah.
Exactly. They never know what they've got with these
Well,
cars.
you could always get a
Oh,
set
I
of
think
those,
I think you show up with a check for 95 grand. I think that buys this car.
Casey, how many miles are on it?
It's been loved. It's got
Oh,
76.
it's got a lot of miles. This is how much a G body with that many miles sells for?
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I think this is asking for the moon, right?
Yeah, I think that's high.
I think that's high.
We got to know if you got to look there because I looked at this exact car and it was one of only two that were coupes that were under 100 grand.
Really?
Yeah, there were a bunch of I really wanted to go like full Hank Moody with a 964 cab, but I couldn't find the right one.
You know, it's always interesting to me that cabs are cheaper than coupes.
In 911s, yeah.
In
It's like gull wings are the same way.
And I did notice. Let's see if there's one good shot here. Yeah, so factory Blaupunk.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I would have 6 of my favorite Widespread Panic and or Grateful Dead.
That was optional. That whole center, that in front of the shifter, that whole center thing was optional.
Yeah.
That was like with the air conditioning too, right?
Yeah, it has the air conditioning. The regular one just doesn't. The regular one doesn't have that big console with the tape.
It's interesting to look at this thing and go like, God, that's just like the 959 I drove. There you go. Thank you very much.
Where are the center caps? Where are the wheel center caps pointed, Casey?
Oh, good.
I love it. I love it when Jonathon comes in hot with something like that. I didn't even check it yet.
Oh, okay.
The 89s on the rear wheel, they have a deeper dish. You see how deep the dish is?
Yeah.
They have a different offset. Just the
89. Isn't it like a 15-16?
No, they're 16-16s.
16-16.
Just the rear on the 89 just has a deeper dish.
Would you rather have a G body, a 964 or a 993? Because mine, I'd prefer to have a 993.
This also has the spoiler option, which is the front and rear spoilers, Casey.
Yeah. So Pearly, I personally like the G bodies. This was from the 50th anniversary of the 911 that we did. And this is my friend's dad's car. And I mean, I like those, and I like them, and especially because he let us borrow it for it, and I picked it up, and driving it, I mean, the thing just feels as tight as it did on.
It was a nice car. Yeah, I rode it.
I mean, Tony drove it too. I think I picked Tony up at the airport.
Yeah, it was really.
No, I mean, it has nothing to do with high school reunions, but I really still want a 993.
So Pearly, you're going to ask which
Sergei
generation.
Fedorov's car.
Pearly, you're going to ask which generation.
Yeah, I prefer the 993s. Some people like the 964s because they think it's like one of a sturdy, very well car that's a little bit underappreciated. And other people go for the Gs. I think the 993 is the best of the air cool 911s. And I really resent like certain friends of mine who own them.
Oh, you hate it?
Screw you. You're cool. Screw you.
You hated everyone in high school, and you resent your friends now.
And you resent Tony.
Yeah, right. It's my friend Tony who has one. So no,
I just realized too, if you can't haggle the price of the car down, you can always throw in a set of those Matrix tires from the Corolla.
Well, the thing is that all the Rolls-Royces in the back are not attractive at all compared to that 911.
Oh, calm down with that.
Oh, you're not gonna like my pick then.
Calm down. Those Rolls-Royces are beautiful.
No, they aren't. They're garbage.
Anyway, yeah, I'm rolling into the reunion in an 80s 911. Yeah.
I don't know. So I went through a lot of possibilities, including this Oldsmobile.
But he started, of course, with a red velour interior.
I thought so. I had a GTI in high school, and I thought I found this, kind of crappy one, which isn't really great, but it's not bad. I found a 91
grand.
Wait, should I talk about Glory Days, Tony?
I found a 91 Jetta GLI.
$9,000.
Yeah, they're expensive. This one has a sketchy title too.
Ooh.
Anyway, so I think I'm gonna go with I thought about a Model T too, because I kind of
It's kind of cool. No,
But
we show
I'm
a
gonna-
lot-
Double middle finger right there. I love
Sure.
it.
Ooga,
we show
ooga.
a lot of cars from
Yes.
Gateway, don't we?
That.
this is what I'm doing.
Pearly, you don't think that's a good looking car?
No, that's a great looking car.
Oh, that's beautiful.
84,900.
Of all the Shadow era Rolls's, the Corniche is by far the best looking.
That is a gorgeous vehicle. But why would you choose this, Tony?
It is the most obnoxious thing I could think of to drive to a reunion.
So what? So you have something you want to say to the people at your high
No. I thought it'd be funny. I thought this would be funny.
I could see you just like driving by the reunion, honking the horn and waving in this. Just bye, guys.
Because the brakes went out.
I mean, this thing would be an absolute nightmare in so many ways, but it just the Shadow.
Unlike every other car we've chosen so far.
Well, mine was a Toyota. This thing's a Shadow. I mean, of all the Shadow-based cars, this one is just like perfectly proportioned, perfectly finished. I like it with the body color bumpers. These late model Shadows are just glorious. They're just
About the time that this car was new, this is an 89, I think in 87, 88, or in the late 80s, I was on a freeway in Detroit and I saw Tommy Hearns driving his Corniche. He had a white on white.
Were you on the
Corniche.
Fishers? The
Huh?
Lodge? Which
What's
freeway?
that?
Which freeway? The
I don't
Chrysler?
know. It was probably the Lodge because we were going
The
to
Lodge,
a
yeah.
Tigers game.
the Lodge. Guys, you guys are so Detroit. How provincial. How provincial.
But yeah, this is what I'd pick. 6.75 liter V8, undisclosed horsepower, but estimated around like 220 or 230.
Enough.
Yeah, exactly. Sufficient.
No,
Sufficient.
Sufficient. That's right. Sufficient.
Yeah, so you don't worry about that.
Would you
And
keep
it's
this?
super
Would you
clean.
keep this after the reunion, or would you get rid of it?
I kind of want one of these. I'm a little scared of what maintenance costs would be like. And this is
Kind of want one of these?
yeah, this is a hilarious car to own.
That's
Where would-
yes.
does it fit in your garage?
I don't know. How long are these?
Pretty long.
Talk amongst yourselves while
Wait, let's see. Wait. Oh, I was hoping to see some crazy.
Yeah, it'll fit. Oh wait, that's the later.
No, that's the later one. That's a bigger. That one's even bigger, and that's not as good looking car.
Yeah, this will fit. 207. I've got 214 inches.
It's
Yeah,
not a
you
lot
do.
of space.
in your garage.
They won't leave a lot left over. There's not a lot left over.
It's a pretty tight margin.
That's almost knocking the bottom out of it.
Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, put the kids to bed. It's that time on Window Shop.
24,735 miles. Yeah, I mean, seems like a lot of car for the money. It would
And I
be
mean,
fun.
St. James Red. Even the name is.
I mean dollars per pound. You're probably winning.
I don't think I am. I might be beating you, but I don't think I'm beating Pearly.
What's up with the title?
No, and
reading?
I guess you're not beating Carlos's.
I'm definitely not beating
Oh, no.
Carlos.
I don't know. I like this car. This is a beautiful. It's a beautiful car. If you care about impressing people who are idiots in high school.
Well,
This
I
is
don't even
good.
know if I'm going to be that. I'm not even that into impressing them. I just kind of want a Corniche, and I thought it would be the most obnoxious thing I could think of for
I
this.
I don't even think. I don't think that's obnoxious. I think that's just a beautiful car that you just happen to. You could say I just happen to own it because it was only. I live in LA now. I got a big garage. I have 214 inches to play with. I thought why not?
Had to maximize. Had to stuff it all in.
Exactly. So yeah.
I don't think Tony, you really want one of those?
Yeah, I think they're cool. I don't want a 3-speed automatic one. And I think the 4-speed automatic ones didn't come until the 90s, and those are a little.
Oh yeah, that's what's holding me back too.
Yeah.
The 4-speed. You're looking for that 4-speed overdrive. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they just finally they've got it right when they went to that 700 R4 transmission.
All right. Now's the time in the show when we vote on each other's picks and then crown a winner. Mr. Huffman with the Corolla wagon. I got to give you a thumbs up. It's a manual, All-Trac.
Thank you. I was thinking.
For
You
what
know-
you want to do to your reunion, I think it's a great thing.
Well, considering how, you know, if I was actually going to go to my reunion, I'd try something anonymous so I could get away with the firebombing.
Whoever out there knows Pearly, please let us know what happened. Please.
Or just don't invite him.
Yeah.
Look, this is going to sound strange, but the opposite the car that's opposite. I really like Carlos's choice of the Hummer EV. I think that's an interesting vehicle, but I picked the Rolls.
Yes.
I picked Tony's Corniche because I just think I look at that Corniche and you know there's a guy who parks one at my office on occasion, and every time I look at it, I just kind of go, what a pretty car.
It's imposing too. It's cool.
But it's also, but
Do you think he says the same thing about your Tundra?
No, well, I know he does. We've talked many times about how impressive my Tundra is, but his is cream on cream. You know that cream off-white color, and it's just glorious. It's just a wonderful looking car.
Okay,
It's
well,
so-
thank you for your vote.
Okay, okay. Now move on to somebody else. Okay,
Yes,
thank you very much.
Jonathan. Jonathan, you went next. I forgot what car you had.
I had a Lotus Esprit.
Oh yeah, totally beautiful. My fellow British car.
I can't get behind Lotuses. They're just garbage.
No, they're good.
They're garbage.
That one had all the GM electronics by then. It's a good car.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Whatever you want.
Okay,
I'm
Jonathan.
gonna believe Tony. So I'm again on the Pearly train. I liked the electric Hummer a lot. I of course loved the G-body. I almost chose it, but I have to go with the Rolls.
Yes.
That when I lived in Australia, a guy I knew had one same awful cream convertible, and tooling around Sydney the few times it did in the early 60s was wonderful.
Pearly and I have
Early 60s.
Pearly and I have tooled around in a Rolls-Royce convertible in Santa Barbara. Remember that, Pearly?
We did. Yeah, it was great, wasn't it?
I wonder what that looked like to everybody.
I was going to say, how many times did you guys get hit on?
Well, I got. You know, it's not. Look, if you're spending more than $300,000 on a car, I'd much rather have that than a Lamborghini for everyday use. It's much more usable because it was a Dawn. Just because you can live with that car. That car
A Ghost. I would love a Ghost.
yeah, a Ghost or
the current one?
Yeah.
Oh,
they work.
What?
They
Ugh.
work really well. They're quick. They
Why
drive
is it?
great.
Why is it? Wait, why is it?
I mean,
Terrible?
no, it's not. The car is not terrible. It's just like one entry level is off the menu. We never get the least expensive thing on the menu, and that it makes no sense to get a Ghost. 1, 2, it's like just I won't say what I think, but I would never get a Ghost.
You won't say what you think
Because I don't want to upset any manufacturer people who might be watching.
I'm sure.
Nobody's watching this. You don't like
They've turned it off long ago.
The
The only people watching right now, it's like there's a couple people in Goodwood, you know, paying attention. It's like, oh, they mentioned a Rolls-Royce.
I'm sure, Jonathan, that Rolls-Royce is really crying about the fact that they've lost your business.
Not good.
Oh, no, I didn't say that. I would get a Phantom, any Phantom, immediately.
Yeah, I like
love-
Phantoms too. I like
The
Phantoms.
Phantoms are amazing.
I like Phantoms too, but they're massive.
Yes. Yes.
What makes that good and easy with every day?
Yeah,
Why not? Oh, but what are you talking about?
the Ghost and the Dawn are very easy cars to live with.
Yeah, the Ghost.
Alright.
The Ghost
We
is like
gotta-
just
we
a
gotta
little bit
move
bigger
on.
7 Series.
Carlo.
No, we don't.
Carlos's Hummer, thumbs up. I like it. Very affordable too.
Which Hummer?
Which one?
Oh, whoa.
It's over
wait,
budget.
you're not going for the $4,000 Hummer.
Wait a
You're
minute.
going for the EV?
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's negotiating range, though. He's in negotiating range.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Not on a new car.
I like the Hummer. I think
Man,
it's
with the classic 911. Okay.
No,
So
it's
as-
fine. All right, fine. Bully me into a thumbs up. Fine.
Yes.
Corolla, fantastic getaway car, as John has described. 911, beautiful, but such a obvious choice. I gotta go with the Rolls as well.
Yes.
And there's one reason why. It's that image of it not actually attending the reunion, but just driving by with the top down and like somebody in the passenger seat wearing a scarf, and you just see them like, oh, is that?
I'd be wearing an ascot, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody's like, was that?
I'd be borrowing one of Jonathan's ascots.
And then everyone would just get back to the party.
I think the real problem is that they'd be like, he's driven by here 12 times now. Does anyone know who that man is? Why he keeps driving by?
And he honks every single time. It's so weird. Who does that?
Just like Tony Quiroga is being portrayed by Rex Harrison.
All right, Casey, 911, always a solid choice.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
How can you not?
That's
a
a
beautiful
nice car.
car.
I can't believe how expensive the G bodies are now.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Big
I
money.
can't believe anything. 911s, I can believe anything these days.
What are you picking, Casey? Dead air.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You can't talk while you're thinking like Pearly?
No, I can't.
Because
I came to this point because I was like, oh, I'll throw Tony a pity vote, but he's already won.
Give me
I think that's
But why don't you
I
like
would
the
never
others?
want to own that car. I don't think Tony does either.
No, I
Tony-
like those. I like Corniches.
I know you say you like them, but you also say you like, oh, I like that car for hitting garbage cans.
No.
That's
The
a
Corniche.
fun car to go
Well,
get
I can
garbage.
hit garbage cans with the Corniche too. You
I
know?
love what
Exactly.
Casey's like, I don't believe it's in your heart, Tony. I don't
Yeah.
believe it's in your heart.
I
You
love
can
it.
get garbage cans with any car.
This presumes that Tony has a heart.
All right. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait,
Yeah.
what are you going with?
So Tony already won, but I'm going with the Lotus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's
Yeah,
all
I'm going with
British. It's all British then.
Well, you haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, if I vote for you, it's all British.
If you do, yes.
All right, let's see some thumbs for the Corniche.
You want that sweet validation one more time?
And I would pick. It's between Pearly and KC and Jonathon. I'm not that into the Hummer, but
Everything but a Hummer.
The 911 is so expensive. I'm going to go with the 911. I think I would want to own the 911 the most out of those.
But you do own the 911. This doesn't even count.
I don't have a G. I don't have a G.
You have a 993. You're
I
saying
know. Imagine how much more you'd hate me if I had two of them.
I can't imagine hating you more than I already do. So
Maybe you two need another stroll down through Santa Barbara in a convertible Rolls.
On that
Talk
bombshell.
it out. Maybe that's what you need.
All right. Well, that brings us to the end of this show. Thanks again, viewers, for submitting these ideas, even if we didn't always execute them as well as maybe you'd hope. Please subscribe and like and hit the notification button because we're trying to do these consistently, but we're not always good about it. So we will see you next week, 2 weeks.
maybe.
Happy holidays, everybody.
We will see you again.
So like and subscribe.
Stop! Don't even think about buying a new car or truck this holiday weekend.
Unless you buy it from Raleigh Toyota.
Now here's the deal.
The holiday Toyota deal you can't refuse.
$89 down.
That's right, $89 down.
And no payments till Memorial Day on every Raleigh Toyota car and truck.
Only Raleigh Toyota offers you $89 down.
And no payments till Memorial Day.
Yes, $89 down includes Cressida.
Includes Camrys.
Includes everything.
Make no payment till Memorial Day.
$89 down.
Don't write a check till Memorial Day.
Through Saturday only.
Raleigh Toyota.